Hey guys, welcome back to another Fish It First Friday quick tip. Today we're going to teach you how to rig tip ups the way that we use them here on Lake of the Woods. Step number one is going to be gathering all your materials. First thing that you're going to need is a tip up. You're going to need some sort of hook and leader material there. This one is a big tooth rig from Clam, but you can get quick strike rigs or something like that. Just make sure that you know your local regulations as to whether or not you can use a rig like this. The next thing you're going to need is some sort of tip up line. Now this is 50-pound nylon line. I also like the 30-pound vinyl coated line. That's great as well, but we'll use this today. And we're also going to show you today how to make your own custom leader material out of fluorocarbon. This is some 50-pound fluorocarbon from Daiwa's J Fluoro. I love this stuff. Some of you guys out there might be saying 50 pounds, you need 100, you need 120. I have yet to have a giant pike break this 50-pound fluoro from Daiwa. So this is what I use. This is the least visible and plenty strong for me. Okay guys, step one is simply going to be to tie on your nylon or your vinyl line here. You're going to run it through this little eyelet and then you're going to tie it off around this spool. Once you get that tied off, if you want to put a little bit of piece of tape on there to prevent it from spinning on you, you can do that, but it's not absolutely necessary. All right guys, so the next step is just to spool on that line. Okay, so once you've got your tip-up line spooled on there, the next step is to make your fluorocarbon leader. Get yourself a length of about 16 to 24 inches of that 50-pound fluorocarbon. Cut that off. Next thing you're going to do is take a double barrel swivel. Now the double barrel swivel has to have an inside diameter that is just slightly larger than the diameter of your line. So you're going to have to know what your line diameter is. You run that through one side, run it back through the other side of that double barrel swivel, and give yourself a little tag. With that tag end, you're going to apply just a little bit of heat until it mushrooms just a little bit. And the reason for that is to provide a fail-safe so that if your crimping later fails, it's still going to stay because of that little mushroom that you've got on there. Now you're going to pull that double barrel sleeve down until you've got just a little bit of a loop there. Take a crimping device, come in here, crimp that down. Okay, the next step is you're going to take that little loop, take your tip-up line, and you're simply going to tie a Jimmy Houston knot. If you don't know how to tie a Jimmy Houston knot, you can check our Instagram page for that. After you've got that knot tied, just trim your tags, leave a little bit hanging out there so that your knots don't pull through. Okay, so the next step is going to be attaching our rig here. So take your fluorocarbon leader material and run it through one side of that double barrel sleeve. After you've gone through one side of that double barrel sleeve, run it through that little barrel swivel there on the top of your rig, then run it back through the other sleeve. Once you've done that, same thing as before, you're going to pull out a little slack, give yourself some heat, create a little mushroom on the end of it there, pull that down so it can't slip out, pull that all the way down until you've got just a little bit of a loop there. Once you've done that, take your crimping device again and apply a crimp. Now when you're applying crimps, do not crimp the very end. Try to crimp right in the middle of that double barrel sleeve so that you don't crimp the actual barrel sleeve into the line and affect the integrity of the line. And guys, that is it. You are fully rigged to do some tip-up fishing for some monster pike. Well, that's it for today's quick tip, guys. I hope that you're catching fish this weekend. Until next time, tight lines.